Medicaid providers. Okay, and I got a story quick about dental, because my sister and my sister-in-law work in the dental field. Sister wives, y'all know them, those people, that man, that little homely looking man with all them little wives. I didn't know that they were scamming. I was trying to see, let me see right quick what they say that these people make. Cody Brown, okay, Cody, Christine, I think it's somebody named Mary or Carrie, I don't know how many women he got. Okay, so here it says Cody and his wives get paid 10% of the budget assigned to each episode, estimated to be around $250,000 to $400,000, says In Touch Weekly magazine. This amount equates, see, I thought that was the exact amount they were getting, but no, they said this amount equates to around $25,000 to $40,000 per episode, shared between Cody, Mary, Emmy or I, Janelle, Robin, and for some of the season 16. I didn't know that. I thought those people was getting more than that. So here, it shows here, here's how the four women rank in terms of their net worth. Robin, whoever that is, $600,000. Mary, $800,000. Janelle, $400,000. And Christine, $400,000. I don't know who Mary, Emmy, or I, how she gets $800,000. So now here, going back to Christine. So here they saying, and I didn't know that, there was naming how many bankruptcies. These people done had filed bankruptcy 3 times, allegedly. Okay. So here they're saying he and Mary, Cody declared bankruptcy in June 2005. Okay. Then they go on to say that he has several businesses. Then they're saying that Christine, something about using food stamps. Why would you be on food stamps if you on TLC making $25,000 or $20,000 an episode? So Cody's saying they didn't have health insurance, so the child had a health condition. This $2,000 medical bill was listed in Christine's bankruptcy papers. Okay. Also with some credit card debt. So we also know that Christine was collecting food stamps a while back, even while filming Sister Wives in 2010. Okay? Filming Sister Wives in 2010. She was on food stamps. Interesting, okay? As I stated, I was going to bring the receipts. I'm saying confidential things. No, you guys, as long as I'm not giving a person's name or address, I'm not talking about confidential. I'm talking about the real thing. Because I don't know about you, I'm just like tired of seeing people talking about things on, I don't know, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TV, some of these government politicians like the Alday man I said earlier, that say, oh, it's just those people on the food stand. It's just them people. So here on this, I'm going to go through these real quick. This one, I'm going to start at the beginning. When I first started, I remember, I don't know if it was my supervisor or one of the people from Attorney General said, oh, we had did I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what's the word. I don't know if would it be a sting? Okay, so make a long story short, head honcho over the Attorney General at that time, he wasn't for a building, he wasn't like over the whole state. So he had said that they had found midwives in the valley, and the valley in Texas, I think it will be considered El Paso, Harlingen, I think in that area, that midwives, I don't know how long it had been, if it had been several years, and how many children it was. It was several thousand kids that had been forging or falsifying, allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, y'all, like, you know, the children's status. Basically saying that they were U.S. born. Had a customer, it was me, yes. I was screening And the lady was like, she said, I'm not with my husband, I'm traveling with my kids. I don't know if she said she was traveling with her kids. I don't know if she used the word travel. So make a long story short, somebody came and got me. They said, come look outside. I'm looking. I'm like, what? Look at that U-Haul. I was like, okay, yeah. Do you see anybody? And I look. Yes, you guys, the people, I think it's everywhere. I don't think it's, you know, at the SSI, Social Security, food stamp. I like to just say food stamp. I like to call it what it is, food stamp office, child support, even the medical clinic, because my sister worked at a health clinic. The people are nosy. They see things. And yes, they do talk about the customers or the clients or whatever. That's just people's nature. So the lady's pointing to me, and I'm looking, that's that lady I just got through screening. And she said, yeah, and didn't she tell you that she wasn't with her husband, or she didn't know where her husband was at? That's him right there, and there's the 2 little kids. I'm like, girl, are you kidding me? Yes. So I had to go back, waited for her to come back, and I had the lady, you know, she pretended like she was shifting papers, that she wasn't listening. I was telling the lady, I was trying to give her a chance to complain, like, is anybody with you? Or do you have a, and I think I asked, are you getting benefits in the state that you came from? Oh, no, I'm not getting benefits. So make a long story short, she admitted that she and her husband were basically on vacation with the kids in a U-Haul truck. And I don't know if they were vacation or actually trying to move to somewhere else. So they basically was driving through Texas, and they stopped. What else? We're going to stop and get us some food stamps. But had made me think that he wasn't in the picture, and he was the one driving the U-Haul truck. That's the story there. Next story involved me and a client complaint. And the client, how should I put it? She said she was Native American, okay? And she kept saying, well, do I look Native American to you? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't know. And then she went on, she said, yeah, I just found out that I got, I don't know how much, Native American, and I done found out, and then she had the nurse to say, call me girl, and girl, I'm finding out all this free stuff I can get, and I'm going back to school, and I'm doing this, and I'm getting that, and it's just so much money out there, you know, for Native American people. And I'm sorry, you guys, I just keep it real. I've been keeping it real for 20 years, maybe more. I just couldn't help but to just stop. And I just like looked at her like, really? Like, really? So I guess she didn't like what I had to tell her. And I didn't really tell her much. I just gave her a list of stuff that she needed to return, which was paychecks, where you live, how much rent you pay, blah, blah, blah. And I guess she was like, no, I'm not doing none of that. You're asking me to do too much stuff. Then I think she even had told me she had a brand new truck. I don't know, she said somebody gave it to her or what. And that was over. And I was going on to the next person, because we was like screening and interviewing anywhere sometime from 10 to 18 people a day. So I don't have time to sit up here and just listen to your story over and over, especially when I already kind of know, I have a inclination that you most likely fake. And as my head honcho director over our team would say, just long as they can vouch or prove with what they're saying, go with it. It's just not your job. You're overreaching. It's not your job to do all this extra. Just give the people their benefits and keep on moving. That's what your girl did. Because guess what? Several people that I work with, after they left or quit, and in some rare cases, yeah, I know y'all think, but no, I don't really know anybody that got fired ever in the 8 or 10 years I was there. Maybe about 2 people. And it was over some dumb stuff. You know, like one of the supervisors went into another agent purse and stole not just the wallet. The woman took the whole purse and tried to blame it on the client. And I forgot how we found out it was the supervisor, and she was one of those people that always had her nose up in the air. She dressed nice. She was an older lady, slim, good looking. She seemed to be religious, always talking about church, and I hate to say it, but from what my experience, them be the ones. So we found out that she had went and stole this chick's whole purse, threw it in the bathroom, and tried to make it look like it was a client had did that. And I forgot how we found out. But I know so much stuff. So make a long story short, my supervisor or the head honcho of our building come to me and say, hey, this lady done called city council on you. She said you was racist, you was rude, you was mean. I'm like, what? I mean, who? The city council? I mean, what? And so my manager said, we got to do something about this. We got to know what happened, like what went down. And I'm thinking, let's go get, I forgot who it was. Somebody was in my office. So that person was able to vouch for at least half of what they heard or what went down. So my manager, my direct manager, she said, you know what, we're just going to nip this in the bud. We're going to call so-and-so out and have him go do an investigation. And that's what they did. They called the big head honcho. So for anybody that think that if you use the complaint card or the, whatever card you want to call, it might work. And then a lot of times it will backfire on you. So make a long story short, the big dude, the big guy who went out there, come back and had a buttload of stuff. Some of the stuff they found, her husband was in the house. He was the supervisor at the airport. They did not have just one brand new truck. They had two brand new trucks. They were building a house in another part of the area. Again, like she said, with that Native American free grant money she was getting, I assume, I don't know, just saying. Okay, they were building a house. From what he had gathered, the neighbors didn't care for, so she had that little snotty nose, higher than mighty, maybe superior attitude around the neighbors. And he said he can tell they didn't care for it because most of the information he got came from the neighbors. So he goes over to, I don't know how he found her husband's dad. So he speaks to the old man. He lives somewhere and maybe a few streets down. And the old man tells him even more stuff. That yes, they do have two trucks. I'm the one gave them one of the trucks. And then he talked more about the house that they were building. Yes, my son is in the house. I think he was the one telling him that his son was a supervisor at the airport. And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And all I can tell you, murder, she wrote. Yes. When they got through, the folder, the file, or whatever was about this big. And they sent it over to the city councilman. We never heard any more from this woman. And of course, when they do this, you guys, it don't end there. Your information goes, I think, to Attorney General or wherever, to the fraud unit, and they estimate and calculate how much you owe the state and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, she thought that she was gonna just throw her little weight around and just say, oh, she was racist. She told me that if I were black, she would have been gave me my food stamps, that she wasn't gonna fix me up. She wasn't gonna help me. I'm thinking, are you kidding me right now? I mean, the department where I was at, or should I say the area, it really wasn't really that many black people. I know, I mean, it's gonna hurt this man, this Alday man, from Alabama. Really wasn't that many black people on that side of the town in that department that I was in. So, I mean, to say that I said that if you were, who say that, But yeah, she was trying to get your girl fired, y'all. She was trying to get my butt canned. This one was another one. It wasn't a complaint, but your girl almost got canned. Yes, your girl almost got fired. This one here, and I almost forgot about this one. This one, and we did have an agent to get fired. She was a Hispanic lady, and she was one of my mentors, because I wouldn't say I have many, but she was one of my mentors. Good woman, good Catholic woman. We would talk all the time, go to lunch. I would go to lunch, bring her food back, blah, blah, blah. And I remember when she had came back from the big hearing. It's a big hearing that they have where they review cases where the investigator or whoever the head honchos go out and they find fraud or whatever. So I don't know what went down, but she got fired. And she came to me basically in tears. It was me and some other people. And she was saying, they made it look like I knew this lady. It was a black lady's case that she had worked on. She had worked, I don't know if she worked on it wrong or the figure was off, but they found the woman had also did some things, not the agent, not the caseworker, but the customer. And we kept thinking, how are you gonna make the agent fire her based on something that the customer did? If the customer come to you and tell you she working one job and they found out she working two jobs, how is that the agent's fault? Or she gives you a light bill and her husband's name is still on it, and she tell you she's a domestic survivor, or he went to Mexico, or he's in the army and they're not together. But yeah, she lost her job because they said that she didn't work the case, she didn't calculate the budget, and there was some things that she should have followed up on the customer, something to that nature. So back to me. So when they brought me my case, my quality case, and they said, hey, this is not a quality case, this is a case filled with errors, and you got to meet with the head honchos at a round table, and people were in there. Yeah, I went to it. It's like 20 people, and they're all asking you these questions like interrogation. I was like, I was getting scared, and I was scared when I went to the interrogation, because that's basically what it was. So what they found out about my customer when I interviewed this lady, and I didn't see anything, and there was another person with me, because we always have two people. Basically if one person don't catch it, somebody else, and then somebody reads your case. So hey, so she said that husband wasn't in the picture. She had 2 or 3 kids. Husband was, she didn't know where he was, possibly in Mexico. It was her and another lady. When the lady would work at the motel or the hotel, wherever the woman worked, she watched the woman kids. She said she did not work. She said she could not work because she didn't have a social security number. Anywhere she go, the people want a social security number. Find out, the investigator, who it was, goes out there, comes back, and find out that she's working at the same place that she told me that her friend worked. So they're both working at the same hotel. The deal is that her friend works and she watches her friend's kid, and when she works at night, her friend watches her kid. That's the part she left out. And then also she has a social security number she's using. Okay, so there was no way for me to know, because when she did her application, she purposely left out the social security number that she uses to work. Okay, so again, there's no way that I would have known that, but they act like I was supposed to be a psychic 101 and know this. So the only thing I think we did, or somebody, whoever my lead, they were able to put a stop on her upcoming benefits. It was just in time to put a freeze, but the error was for the current month, but we was able to stop the other month. So yes, when I went to the little thing, thingy, it was basically an interrogation. And yes, your girl made it. I was able to weather the storm, you guys.